video, in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make a little pom-pom paper plate caterpillar, or could also be used as a worm. So it'll be a very colorful worm or a colorful caterpillar. So for this, you need a paper plate, you need some glue. Some regular school glue will do, but hot glue will probably also help out as well, especially for the antenna and the eyes. You need a pipe cleaner, some googly eyes, and then some colorful palms. You can get these at craft stores or anywhere like that. So we also need some scissors and something to trace your worm out with for caterpillar. I just took a regular paper plate that is uncoated, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try to freehand draw what I think to be kind of a worm caterpillar shape, like so. You want to make sure it's big enough. That's where we're going to glue our little palms to. This is definitely a little bit more difficult to try to cut this out for little ones, so you will need to have some older kids or somebody else help with this part of it. If you don't have paper plates, you don't want to go out and buy paper plates to do this, that's okay. You can always use a piece of cardboard or a heavier piece of paper. Just something that will be, you know, okay if you put some glue and palms on it. I'm going to go ahead and cut all the way out to the very end. Put that off to the side, and just want to round it out like that. Okay, so here's the basic shape of my worm slash caterpillar. So now I get to do the fun part, which is to glue these palms all the way down to complete my caterpillar worm. So you can use regular glue like this. You can use hot glue if you want to go faster. It's up to you. Just start gluing them right there on down the line. Remember, if you use the white glue, it's certainly fine. You might need to use a little bit more and it doesn't dry as quickly. It might fall off, but then you can always glue it back on. Go all the way to the end. If you don't have these little colorful palms, you can always use some cotton balls and drip a little food coloring on them to make them a little bit more colorful. So I'm just going to keep going in a row. If it's a little bit too big, like mine is on the outside here, that's okay. You can always trim it off when you're done, or just keep it the way it is. I'm going to go all the way down to the very end. There we go. So there is my worm slash caterpillar, just like that. So what I'm going to do is then I'm going to actually go use some hot glue to glue down the eyes right here and then my little antennas. So that is an option that you could use. You don't have to do it that way, but either way is really up to you. So stay tuned and then we'll complete this together. So once you have glued all of your little palms down here, then you can go ahead and glue on the eyeballs and your little antenna here. I did use some hot glue for these just to make sure that they stayed on there pretty well. You can use regular school glue again, but you will have to probably use a lot, and definitely make sure that it's all the way dry before you play with it. So then what I did at the very last thing is I actually trimmed it down a little bit more, just so it doesn't look like there's not a lot of the paper plate kind of hanging out there. But there you go. There is a pretty fast and easy little way to make a little caterpillar or a worm. There you go.